I have kind of a unpopular opinion, or I don't know, taboo topic that I'll just start here. In every field, there are bad people in that field. So, as a psychologist, therapist, counselor, I acknowledge, yes, there are bad, just statistically, there are going to be bad people in every field. So, yes, there are bad therapists, bad counselors, bad psychologists, social work, whatever the mental health provider that you're talking about, right? There are bad. Now, with that, when we say bad, right? We're talking about, are there people who lack competence? Definitely. Um, as far as the board is considered, are there actually like unethical and unlegal? Yes, things like, hey, you're practicing without a license, or you had sex with your client, right? There are certain things. So let's remove that category, the bad, maleficence, whatever, separate category, right? So now, the majority of providers, even good providers, may mess up occasionally, double book a session, cancel last minute, right? There are things that happen. And if those things occur once in a while, occasionally, right? Um, Before you send post a bad review, or send a mean email, or submit even a board complaint, ask yourself, hey, is this actual unethical things or illegal things first? And then, hey, is this a regular pattern, or is this once in a while? So if if your therapist is going to sleep in every session, that's a problem. Okay. But some of the things that I hear are not that extreme. So ask yourself, hey, is it a pattern here, or is this kind of a once in a while kind of a thing? And can we consider some context, right? Is it possible that your therapist shows up to a session sick? Yeah, sometimes your therapist may show up to a session sick because they don't have paid time off. Your therapist may show up to work tired because her, their baby was sick all night and they didn't get any sleep, right? Your therapist may have come to work and held their sessions with you and whoever else, and that person doesn't even know if they have enough money to get home that night. So sometimes we have, we as therapists, sometimes we show up for others when we have very little capacity for ourselves. So, might your therapist show up sometimes unfocused to a session, or show up less empathic to a session? That is possible. If it's occasionally or once, again, before we go to the extreme, first, let's try to offer some grace towards that person. Let's appreciate the fact that this therapist tried to put their own stuff, pain, whatever it is, aside to spend time with you for that hour or however long it is, right? And let's try to remember that therapists, counselors, psychologists, social workers, we are people too. We are human. We're not robots. So, yes, sometimes we may show up and we're tired, we're sleepy, we're hungry. We're fill in whatever blank you want to fill in. So, if you have a complaint about your therapist, ask yourself, hey, is this unethical? Is it illegal? If we put that aside, okay, it's not that. Is it just that they are human? They're people. And sometimes they show up as human. Right? And when that happens, okay, how do we address that? And again, I say let's start with offering grace for the humanity.